Hello game fans! Now in the spirit of the new year I thought I would take a look at my favourite games of 2015 and give some random awards out for my top titles. So without further ado, let the ceremony begin! Thank you. Now, the Best Use of KINECT award. This goes to Blue Estate. After being cruelly disowned by Daddy Xbox, the poor KINECT sensor saw a drop in games that supported it. In 2015 there were a handful of quality titles which included Just Dance 2016, Fantasia and Fruit Ninja Connect 2. However, the best use of this orphan device had to be Blue Estate. This light gun inspired game without a light gun was a trip down memory lane for old gamers and had great graphics, a wicked sense of humour and was inspired by the comic by Victor Kalachev. It also introduced us to the beautiful stripper Cherry Pops. The Most Original Game of the Year award goes to Her Story. A game that is not even a game. That's a pretty original idea. Her Story is a murder mystery with a twist. You are in a police archive office, tasked with looking through a series of video interviews. The recently digitized VHS tapes are all out of order and out of sequence, and are in short 30-second bursts. It's up to you on how to organize them and how to categorize them. Then using a simple keyword search, the player finds out more and more about the case until you are ready to make your own conclusions. Her Story is an intriguing and emotional experience that's well worth the short few hours it is to complete. Best Use of License award. This goes to Batman Arkham Knight. The final installment of the Arkham trilogy, or quadrilogy if you count Arkham Origins. This stunning conclusion builds upon Arkham City and adds the Batmobile. Whilst this additional feature has gained a mixed response, the overall game was a joy to play and really fun to experience. The DLC that came out with it was originally panned, but it was one of the only games in 2015 that I worked through the entire campaign and then went through all of the DLC packs as well. The Best Expansion of a Gaming Platform award goes to Destiny: The Taken King. Digital gaming is changing how games are being developed, and whilst the Warcrafts and the Starcrafts of this world has been expanding year on year, the consoles have seen little success in this area. However, the past year has seen things like the Elder Scrolls Online and Destiny grow its ever-expanding user base. The Taken King was the first major expansion for Destiny and enjoyed more story in the first hour than the original release in its entirety. With a slew of new cutscenes and some great voice work, it was a fantastic extension, even though it did come with a hefty price tag. Most Surprising Game of the Year goes to Ori and the Blind Forest. Despite an avalanche of marketing telling me that this game was a masterpiece, I never expected it to be any good. However, as I sat on my leather chair, it caught me unaware and I found myself weeping within 5 minutes. The story is enchanting and the gameplay is fluid and natural. It's a real joy to play. The Best Serial Game Award. This goes to Tales from the Borderland. In 2015, Telltale treated us to Game of Thrones, Minecraft Story Mode, and Tales from the Borderlands. We also saw new games in the genre such as Life is Strange, King's Quest, and the Resident Evil Revelations. Sadly, I never got round to playing Life is Strange despite continued praise. However, I did buy it in the sale. Out of all these games that I did get to play, Tales from the Borderlands stood head and shoulders above the rest. The characters were deep and interesting, the dialogue was hilarious, and the story was engaging. Just what a game series needs. Best Indie Game of the Year award goes to Nuclear Throne. Nuclear Throne gives hope to all those indie developers out there trying to break it into the big time. Blambeer's Jan William Nijman and Rami Ismail served as the game's designer and producer respectively and shared the development work. Super Crate Boys' Paul Ver helped with some of the art among others, and the finished product was released in 2015 to a great reception. This top-down shooter with roguelike elements reeks of old-school charm, but with a healthy dollop of modern game design. The gameplay and characters are varied enough to keep you coming back again and again. Best Single Player Experience Award. Now this one has to go to The Rise of the Tomb Raider or Tomb Raider 2. Whilst The Witcher 3 and Fallout 4 had sheer volume behind it, Tomb Raider 2 or The Rise of the Tomb Raider was a roller coaster experience from start to finish and built upon the first game with many more tombs and a myriad of puzzles. The presentation was impeccable and I wait with eager anticipation for the upcoming downloadable content. Most Epic Game Award. Now this one has to go to Fallout 4. This was a tough choice between The Witcher 3 and Fallout 4. The Witcher might have had all the sex, but ultimately my personal preference is for post-apocalyptic games over the role-playing fantasy games. So it was Fallout 4 that got my vote and my award for the sheer epicness. With over 70 hours of standard gameplay and 150 if you are one of those completionists, Fallout 4 has oodles of guns, gear and upgrades to keep you very busy long into 2016. Notable Mention of Greatness Award. Now this one has to go to Dying Light. Dying Light is an open world first person survival horror video game developed by Polish video game developer Techland. Its Mirror's Edge inspired free running, solid melee combat and a myriad of characters and a great story, it makes it a standout title for 2015, and the plethora of free DLC that came out makes the game worth revisiting over and over again. So there we have it, my top games for 2015. I hope that you liked the award video and I hope that you've got something from it. If you like it, then give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, then put a comment down below. And don't forget to check out my other videos and I'll be back with another video very soon. Happy New Year to all.
Finish him!
Drag you through the streets back to Rice's place, huh? And then he can explain to you that you should have cooperated.
Okay. Jesus. You are one of Rice's thugs. You guys are the only ones who'd act this shitty. Here's your money. Take it.
And if I have to come back here...
You won't get any more attitude. Mi casa su...